Hi everyone, and welcome to my session, Modern Financial Data Platform. Any scale, any load, always on. My name is Lior King and I'm a Senior Solutions Engineer at Couchbase. Couchbase is a unicorn company based in the Silicon Valley that was established in 2010 and today has many offices around the world, in the US, in Europe, in Israel, in Asia, and in Australia. Couchbase is an open source company with an established community of users and customers. Couchbase was selected as one of the leaders of the NoSQL database market above much bigger players like Google and Amazon's AWS. Couchbase is used in a wide variety of verticals, but we are very proud to have many customers in the financial services industry. Customers such as Citi, American Express, PayPal, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, and many others. Modern financial data platforms are required to supply scalability, performance, agility, and have a single source of truth. Let's focus on each and every requirement, and we'll learn how Couchbase meet these requirements. We'll begin by discussing scalability. Modern financial systems need to be able to process any workload, no matter how big. Couchbase is a distributed data platform and it is usually run by a cluster of computer nodes. That enables Couchbase to handle any workload. If you need more throughput from your cluster, you can easily scale up the cluster by adding more nodes. But Couchbase doesn't just scale, it scales linearly. Linear scalability means that if you double the amount of nodes in your cluster, you also double the throughput of the cluster. Couchbase guarantees linear scalability by automatically distributing the data evenly across the cluster. Even distribution guarantees that the workload will be evenly spread across the nodes of the cluster. Many other distributed databases are not able to do that, and they cannot scale linearly like Couchbase does. Couchbase offers various services that can be activated on dedicated nodes. That way, you can execute thousands of queries and at the same time perform millions of data changes. That is because the services are not competing with each other over resources such as CPU, memory, and disk. The data changes and the queries are simply executed on different nodes. Every service of Couchbase can be scaled individually, allowing you to utilize your hardware much better and get linear scalability. We call this capability multidimensional scaling, and Couchbase is the only product in the market that offers this capability. The need of financial businesses to supply great user experience and instant engagement with the customers requires a data platform that will deliver outstanding performance. Couchbase offers memory-first architecture, which delivers incredible performance. Couchbase delivers sub-millisecond response with extremely low latency. And it can execute millions of operations per second. This is one of the reasons why Couchbase is often selected for the most mission-critical use cases by our customers. Nowadays, systems are developed with agile techniques, with short development cycles of 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Instead of storing data in tables like most legacy systems do by using relational databases, Couchbase offers a more flexible and more modern approach by consolidating data into documents using the most popular data format called JSON. The developers like this approach because the conversion of the information stored in the code into documents is very easy and fast. The flexibility of this approach speeds up the development process because the data structure can be easily altered. With Couchbase, the development process is more agile and more flexible, and the deployment process is much more easy and can be very, very easily automated as well. With the growing use of many different data platforms, there is also a need to consolidate data into fewer platforms, fewer as possible. And that is important to get a single source of truth. Many organizations use many different data platforms, relational databases, document-based databases, a caching layer, a search engine, a data warehouse. But that approach comes with some drawbacks. For example, you need to spend more money on a lot of hardware and a lot of on the software licenses to establish this kind of setup. In addition, when you have more systems and more moving parts, you'll get more issues and more phone calls at 2 a.m., right? But the worst problem is if your data is scattered across 5 or more different platforms, where is your source of truth? There is a good chance that your data might not be consistent across all these different platforms. That brings us to the solution of Couchbase. Couchbase is an internal caching engine that produces incredible performance. It offers 99.999% availability. It offers linear scalability, and it offers a flexible schema for an agile development and automatic deployment for your system, as I mentioned before. But Couchbase is also the only non-relational platform that offers comprehensive support for the SQL language, just like in a relational database, and it offers all the known capabilities of SQL, including all kinds of joins, subqueries, common table expressions, you name it. With Couchbase, you can also perform multi-document transactions, also known as ACID transactions. It has an advanced scalable search engine as well. It can perform any kind of analytical query, and you can easily connect it to BI tools such as Tableau, Power BI, and others. It offers an advanced data streaming processing engine, as well as replication between remote clusters that enable you to change the data in both clusters. This cluster setup is widely known as active-active replication. You can even change the same data in both clusters, remote clusters that replicate to each other, and Couchbase can detect and handle any conflict that might occur automatically. Couchbase also offers a mobile solution with a small footprint database that can be installed as a part of your application on the mobile device running iOS or Android. With this solution, you can build applications that are not dependent on the communication between the mobile device and the central database. The system can even run offline if you want. And once the communication resumes, it automatically synchronizes the data between the mobile device and the main cluster bidirectionally, both ways. Couchbase also offers an autonomous operator for Kubernetes, which automates most of the database administration tasks for you. For example, the installation, upgrades, failovers, backups, replication setup, and many other tasks. In addition, Couchbase also offers a fully managed database as a service in the public cloud with low total cost of ownership and outstanding performance and features. Let's talk about some use cases of Couchbase with clients in the financial services industry. The first use case I'd like to talk about is probably one of the biggest insurance companies in the world, Generali. Generali moved 1.5 billion documents into Couchbase, which are in fact insurance policy contracts containing all the terms and all the details. Generally, we're looking for a system that will be always available with zero downtime, a system that will be GDPR compliant out of the box. That was a mandatory requirement, obviously. They were looking for a system that can scale easily and that can work on-premise, but also cloud-ready. Couchbase offered all of that and beyond. Since Cachebase is using a language that is an extension of the SQL language, the migration from the relational database that Generali have been using was very fast and smooth. Couchbase is Generali's trustworthy digital archive of contracts, and Generali are now using Couchbase for more use cases. And these use cases are offloaded from their legacy systems. But Couchbase is not just for established insurance companies that have been around for many, many years. Couchbase is also a perfect solution for new players in the financial services industry. So the second use case I'd like to present is Generali's complete opposite, if you like, Revolut. Revolut is a British startup in the UK, which is actually a unicorn. And they are making a lot of noise in the financial services industry at the moment in Europe and especially in the UK. Revolut offers online banking services without having any branches. Services such as checking account services in all kinds of currencies, by the way, debit cards, currency exchange, stock trading, cryptocurrencies, peer-to-peer payments, and all kinds of other services. Revolut is using Couchbase for their Sherlock system, which is a fraud detection engine based on artificial intelligence. So the Sherlock system is continuously learning and continuously updating its fraud detection models. Online financial systems lose 7 to 8% of their transactions revenue due to fraud. So a good fraud detection system returns the investment very, very quickly, I guess. Revolut were looking for a system that can easily scale together with their customer base. Revolut has grown from 2 million customers in 2018 to 12 million customers in 2020. That means 6 times in 2 years only. Couchbase easily has grown with them very easily, and with Couchbase, the Sherlock system detects sign of fraud in a financial transaction in just under 50 milliseconds. That's all. In its first year in production, Sherlock with Couchbase saved more than $3 million to Revolut. And it detected about 96 of the fraudulent transactions in real time. These two use cases, Generali and Revolut, are just a taste of what you can achieve by using Couchbase as your data platform. So let's summarize. Couchbase is a perfect choice for modern data platforms. Couchbase can scale out to as many servers necessary. That enables Couchbase to serve hundreds of thousands and even millions of requests per second. Couchbase is super fast and capable of performing an operation in less than a millisecond. Couchbase is ideal for agile development and continuous deployment. And Couchbase is a comprehensive data platform that offers a document-based database, a fully fledged SQL-like language, just like in a relational database, an embedded super fast cache, an embedded search engine, and an embedded analytical database, all in one product. And that's it. My name is Lior King, and I'm a Senior Solutions Engineer at Couchbase. For more information, please visit our website, www.couchbase.com. Thank you very much.